I'm Randy Reed, editor of the Edison Report, and I'm here in New York at LEDucation 10, and I'm joined by Bert Grant and Caroline Rinker. Welcome.
Thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
Now, Bert, you founded this, 10 years ago with a few other people. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I was one of the co-founders on behalf of the Designers Lighting Forum of New York, and with two people from the IES, Bob Nadell and Peggy Meehan, and the three of us together kind of put some of it together.
And this is LEDucation 10 in 2016, so that would be 2006.
Yes.
And with both of those organizations, it quickly grew, and then IES was no longer part of it.
Well, the IES was partially active the first year, and after that, they really didn't participate, and we just pretty much, it was a Designers Lighting Forum program all on its own.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the huge growth we've seen.
Thank you. Thank you.
And how many attendees do you have this year?
We have 3,000 registered to date, and we still have today to get more. And we usually have about 500 some odd register at the door.
And how many exhibitors?
We have about 329 exhibitors this year.
Where was it the first year, Bert?
It was at the McGraw-Hill building.
Okay, and that was year one.
That was year one.
And then year two?
Year two, we moved, we ran out of room, and we moved to FIT, Fashion Institute.
Okay.
And we
very
had
good.
about 75 exhibitors. And I should say, the first year, we had 31 exhibitors. We had about 300 attendees.
Okay.
So we
Wow.
thought that was pretty good, first year.
Sure.
Second year, we doubled the number of tables, and we had about 750 attendees, I'm sorry.
Right.
So all of a sudden, we saw the growth that was coming, but that space was too small also. So we've just kept growing and growing, and that's why we're now at the largest space we've ever had.
So I think last year was the Sheraton,
The
Correct.
Sheraton.
and you were there for a few years, and
Yes.
you outgrew that.
We
So this
outgrew
is your
that.
first year at the Hilton.
Yes.
And how many years do you think you'll be here before you outgrow this?
Well, I think we're signing up a 2-year commitment with the hotel.
Yes,
So that
we'll be
we're
here for-
locking in dates, because that's the biggest problem we've had is dates.
Right.
So we will have, I think, the next 2 years, 2017 and 2018. We think that there's enough room in this hotel, and we'll just have to perhaps vet the exhibitors a little more carefully so that we get the right group of people into the show.
As an exhibitor myself, this year for the first time, I know of no better value that an exhibitor can have outside of the show. I mean, the
I fully
pricing
agree.
to get in front of the New York market for what I'm paying as an exhibitor is unbelievable, and it's an even better deal for the attendees.
Yes, IES, DLF, and students get in free. And we also have our sessions. I believe this year we have 31 sessions, or 30 sessions, and 2 panel sessions. And for $50, you can attend them all. And there are a lot of LCs out there who need those credits, so
Sure.
they're always well attended. And the topics are, we have 2 people on our committee who vet them very carefully, so.
Well, as past IES president, I think it's just wonderful, even though you're not affiliated with IES, you still have that as a requirement, which is really a benefit to IES members.
Yes, it's our community.
Okay,
And by the way, you mentioned the word value
Yes.
Sure.
to an exhibitor. A number of years ago, our show was just 1 day. For the past 4 years, it's been 2 days. But when it was 1 day, we had an exhibitor come over to me one time, and he said to me, he said, in 1 day at LEDucation, I get to see more key designers and people than 3 days at Light Fair. So, not taking away anything from
Sure.
Light Fair, but I think that showed the value of what we were doing in 1 day. Now we're doing it in 2 days.
Well, I would consider it more intimate, because they're tabletops. And,
Yes.
and everybody is, close by. In Light Fair, you could have a 30 by 80 booth, and then you can have a small booth. But here, everybody's on equal playing ground.
and every show has their own audience and their own goals and objectives, and Light Fair is different than this, and Light Fair does have a very valuable place. But I will tell you, I do like the intimate shows, to your point, better, because you really do get to see and talk to people. And in some of the big trade shows, it seems like everybody is always running.
Yeah.
And you just don't have the time. So I do think it's a great show. Now, it's LEDucation, but is there other technology other than LED?
We spoke about this. I think we'll have some OLEDs here,
We expect OLEDs to be coming on the
Yeah.
scene shortly, but
and there might be some manufacturers who I know are working with OLEDs who'll probably show some.
Very good. Now, tell us a little bit about the organization of the exhibitors. I think it's kind of unique the way it's done by rep.
Well, when we started out, I guess, Bert, you can talk to this, when you had the first and second,
no,
it
there was
just-
no
okay.
breakout by rep. I guess it was just a progression. Excuse me. We realized that there were so many reps here in this city that had all these lines that we kind of had to put them in the same grouping, otherwise it would just be mayhem. So we've done it, it's worked out, the reps are happy, the manufacturers are happy, everybody seems very happy with it, very pleased with the arrangement.
One last question for you.
Sure.
Is, with the tremendous success of this show, where does the money go?
Well, any of the profits go to educational institutions. We donate a lot of money to colleges that have lighting programs to help set up their light labs, lighting equipment such as light meters and other material like that. And we donate a lot of money to the Knuckles Fund, which is an educational fund to help students.
Sure. Okay, very good. Well, I was just inside a little while ago, and everybody is getting set up, and it looks like it's going great. So I just want to thank both of you for this show and what you've done for the industry. I think it's a
Thank you.
tremendous success.
Thank you very much, Randy.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Randy. Thanks for having us.
All right, you bet. Thank you.
Thank you.